Coming up, we'll discover the 2021 Pan American Women's Compound Champion, and two of the top male archers go head-to-head for gold. We're in the Mexican city of Monterrey for the 2021 Pan American Championships as competitive archery slowly returns to normal. Teams from 20 countries are shooting at this week-long event under strict post-pandemic regulations set by World Archery and local health authorities. Continental champion titles are on the line. In the first women's semi-final, it was a daunting prospect for fourth seed Esmeralda Sanchez of Mexico, who was up against Colombian top seed Sara Lopez, a 5 times Hyundai Archery World Cup champion. And experience told, as Lopez mastered the windy conditions better. Well, Sara Lopez goes through to the final and celebrates with another 10. It was an all-Colombian lineup in the second women's semi-final. Third seed Alejandra Uzcayano was facing Nora Valdez, the second seed, who came out on top. So Nora Valdez takes it 135 to 125 and goes through to the final to face her teammate Sara Lopez. The bronze medal was eventually claimed by Colombia's Alejandra Uzcayano in a shoot-off against Mexico's Esmeralda Sanchez. It goes to Uzcayano. A smile from Sanchez. We knew that the women's compound final would be won by a Colombian archer, but which one? It was defending champion Sara Lopez taking on Nora Valdez. Lopez to shoot first.
9.
And she was in terrific form, wasn't she, in the semi-final?
Yeah, she shot a very good match.
10. Nueve posible 10. 9 possible 10.
Good shot. You could see her take her thumb off the trigger and then going back for it.
10.
We might get another look at that in the slow-mos. But what a great start. 28. It could be 29 for Lopez. And Valdez finishes with an 8. So very little to separate them. So a repeat of the final 2 years ago. Is this revenge time for Nora Valdez?
Yes, 10.
What a fantastic shot that was.
Sarah's not going to be happy with that. You could see her bow go every direction.
Oh, that's awkward, isn't it? You lose your cap.
And you still shoot a 10.
And you still shoot a 10.
I think Sarah's first arrow just went off too quickly.
8.
Wow, Valdez in fine form.
I think she wants to seize that opportunity and just focus on herself.
47-58 after 2 ends. Who would have thought the difference would be that big after 2 ends?
Not me. Not in that way.
Right, let's see what Lopez can do to get back into this match.
10,
11-point deficit, and that's all she can do. Keep hitting the centre spot and just hope for Valdez to make some mistakes. But Valdez is looking well in absolutely unbeatable form.
9, 9, 9, 9.
She's looking very strong, and all she has to do is matching Sarah's arrows.
9, 9.
Exactly what she's doing.
9.
75 to 86. So Valdez, as you say, matches each shot per shot, and there's no change in that 11-point lead going into end 4. But we've said it before today, with these conditions,
anything can happen. Yes.
Yeah, we've seen them miss targets on several occasions this morning, and it only takes a couple of misses from Valdez, doesn't it, for Lopez to be back in it. Nine for Lopez. She's running out of time and ends though.
9, 9. 10, 10. 9, 9.
Another great 10, another great end from Lopez. But she's up against Valdez, who is shooting like a robot at the moment. 104 now to 114, so the gap is down to 10 with one end to go. So the only hope for Lopez now is that Valdez, well, misses.
Yeah, it is. You know, she will want her to struggle with the wind for her to, you know, get another chance at that medal. But Valdez has been very strong, having shot only one arrow outside of the gold.
And Nora Valdez now 3 arrows away from a title.
10, 10.
Maximum points with the first arrow for Lopez, matched by Valdez.
10.
And Lopez is watching her Pan American title slipping from her fingers.
8 possible 9. 5, 5.
A 5. Well, it was called a 5. And a 10 for Lopez.
10.
So she did well in the end, but all she needs is 5 or more to win, and she gets it. Nora Valdez is the 2021 Pan American Compound Archery Champion. She takes the title from her teammate Sara Lopez, and you can see how disappointed she is, can't you?
Yes, you can tell she, you know, didn't come here to go away with silver.
You're talking about how these women train together and know each other very well. They're friends, but when they get out there on the archery field, they do it because they want to win. They want to beat each other. And so a real blow for Sara Lopez, who loses her title. But it stays in Colombia. The Pan American champion remains a Colombian, and it's Nora Valdez.
La verdad, pues muy contenta con el logro. Fue un reto bastante grande trabajar con este viento. Creo que lo más importante fue trabajar mentalmente, estar muy tranquila y no desesperar. Y pues la verdad, ganarle a Sara sí pues se siente muy satisfactorio. Pues siempre tenemos muchos partidos. Hace 2 años en el Panamericano pasado también tuvimos la final. y pues muy honrada de tener una tan buena competencia que pues siempre ha sido como un modelo a seguir.
So congratulations to Colombia and especially to Nora Valdez, the new Pan American champion in the compound individual women's event. It's Colombia 1, 2 and 3 and confirmation of that success on your screen now. For many of the archers in Monterrey, it's been 18 months or more since they stepped on the competition line. They're all glad to be back at a major international.
Es una sensación muy diferente, tener un año y un poco más de no disparar y estar de nuevo en la línea cambia mucho, te sientes como que estás nuevo y los nervios pues se sienten un poco más, en especial porque ya tienes a tu contrincante de lado y cuesta un poquito como volver al ritmo.
Me siento muy contenta porque hace un año no veía a mis compañeros y más que todo mis compañeros internacionales. El nivel está muy alto y la idea era demostrar eso.
Siento sí un cambio drástico de estos 4 meses de estar tirando a 5 metros y a 3 metros, ¿verdad? Pero la verdad me siento como en casa otra vez. Estando tirando los eventos outdoor, estar afuera, estar tirando 50 metros, que es mi distancia favorita, es gratificante y pues da llena de esperanza que ya pues estamos saliendo de esta situación tan fea para el mundo.
La rutina de salir de la línea, ponerte máscara y luego para ir a traer flechas ponerte máscara y pues sentir de repente si está el sol muy fuerte que te estás ahogando un poco, pero lo demás, lo de la distancia en las targets, creo que de cierta manera es hasta más cómodo, pues tenés más espacio para poder hacer tu disparo.
Siento que lo hemos manejado muy bien, aún hace falta como ese compañerismo en las pacas, éramos 4, ahora solo estamos pues 1 por paca, hace falta eso, pero al mismo tiempo se siente bien que todos estamos siendo responsables, todos estamos cumpliendo con las normas y depende de nosotros que nos sigan permitiendo hacer eventos.
Es algún hábito, ya me acostumbré a la mascarilla.
Cuando ya empecé a realizar que estábamos compitiendo de nuevo, pues con mucha ansiedad y sí, pues alegre de volver a disparar, pero con esa sensación como que estoy empezando de nuevo.
Es difícil, la verdad, acostumbrarse otra vez a estar en el ritmo de competencia y estar aguantando esta cantidad de presión es difícil acostumbrarse. Y la verdad feliz de poder pues acoplarme rápido, ¿verdad?, a estas situaciones.
Aún sientes los nervios, aún sientes pues, esa sensación de adrenalina al competir, entonces nos da una buena señal que las cosas pues, van a estar bien y no se ha perdido el amor que uno le tiene a este deporte.
Still to come, the top men from across North, South and Central America battle it out for compound glory in Mexico. The Pan American Championships also took place in Monterrey and awarded 10 quota places to the upcoming Paralympic Games in Tokyo.
El evento paralímpico es muy importante ya que en América se le da mucha relevancia a los Juegos Paralímpicos. Entonces para toda la región fue muy importante esta participación, la activación competitiva nuevamente y bueno, los chicos y chicas que estaban buscando su clasificación a Tokio 2020.
I literally battled back from the dead. I didn't come back from the dead to not make it to Tokyo. So that has been my motivation. When I started archery, nobody thought I'd ever be an archer. They're like, no, not her. And I'm like, yeah, watch me.
Me siento muy feliz, muy orgulloso de lo que realizamos en México, del trabajo que se ha estado realizando. Hemos venido trabajando demasiado para lograrlo. Es uno de los eventos más importantes para mí.
Para mí sigue siendo irreal Tokio. Todavía no creo esta noticia de que clasifiqué.
It's great to see everybody. We can't touch. I mean, we pumping elbows, but yeah, it's really wonderful. This is a big win for us. Glad to be going to Tokyo.
En esos momentos es indescriptible la manera en que se siente uno.
Essa medalha significa para mim é que tudo é possível. Basta empenho, dedicação e pessoas que te amem e que te apoiem ao seu redor. O impossível para de existir.
Dias difíceis que a gente está passando e trazer, acho que essa alegria pro meu país, acho que estou muito contente.
If you put in hard work to whatever you care about and whatever you're doing, that it truly does pay off. And I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity to represent the US.
Muito feliz por estar aqui depois de momentos de pandemia. muito feliz porque minha dedicação e esforço tem dado resultado e ter conseguido chegar até aqui.
In the first of the men's compound semi-finals at the 2021 Pan American Championships, it was another all-Colombian affair, as top seed Juan Fernando Bonilla took on 5th seed Daniel Munoz, whose experience proved the difference in a tight contest. And it's a 10, so Daniel Munoz does it again, wins the semi. In the second men's semi-final, Mexico's defending Pan American champion Antonio Hidalgo, who was 6th seed, overcame wildcard Julio Barrias of Guatemala, the 2nd seed. And it's a 7, so Hidalgo, the defending champion, will have a chance to defend that title in the final. Colombian Juan Bonilla won the battle of the two losing semi-finalists, and with it claimed the bronze medal with victory over his Guatemalan opponent. And he gets an 8. Juan Fernando Bonilla of Colombia takes the bronze medal in Mexico. So, what a men's compound final we had in prospect. Colombia's Daniel Munoz taking on Mexico's defending champion Antonio Hidalgo. So Daniel Munoz to go first in this first end of the men's gold medal match for the Pan American title.
Nueve posible 10, 9 possible 10.
Wind seems to have eased a little bit, still strong, but eased a little bit and steadied in its direction.
9 posible 10, 9 possible 10. Nueve, 9. Ocho, 8.
Not happy with that.
No, I think the wind is back.
That's a 10 for Hidalgo.
Because you could see both archers' bows were just moving that little bit more.
So, from what you've seen, what do you make? Any changes from the semi-finals?
I don't think so. Hidalgo seems to be more, not focused, but precise in his shooting. You know, his semi-final score wasn't that great.
Nueve posible 10, 9 possible 10.
Just as he was about to release, you saw the windsocks just going crazy at that far end of the range.
10, 10.
Two excellent shots from Munoz.
M, miss.
It's disappointing though to see, isn't it, when someone is shooting really well and then the wind takes control and ruins that for him.
It is, yes. The wind can really be annoying for an archer.
Desperately to steady there. We'll have to wait for confirmation of that, the first couple of arrows. But to score an M in a gold medal match, I mean, how do you deal with that?
I would give up. You know, especially when your opponent is shooting so well, you know, and you're gonna be a long way behind, having shot another 2 arrows, you know, in the red.
So confirmation of
results, Daniel Munoz,
Munoz's
points,
score.
Antonio Hidalgo, 43 points.
So 43 to 56. Hidalgo with everything to do.
9, 9.
He starts his fight back with a 9.
8, 8. 10, 10.
Marca zona nomás. Marca y continuamos. Mucho tiempo. Marca, marca. Buen gancho. Eso es, muy bien.
8, 8. 9, 9.
And he gets a 9 for that final arrow. 81-71. So at least Hidalgo has now managed to close it to 10 points between them. 2 ends to go. Do you think Hidalgo can close that gap?
I think it's gonna be tricky, but if
what can he do?
He can only focus on himself and make the best shot he still has in him. That's all you can do. Try and make your shooting as satisfying and as good as possible.
Nueve, 9.
10 points between them, and 6 arrows each left to go.
10, 10. 9.
Another 9 for the Mexican.
Siete, 7. 10.
Excellent 10. In fact, an excellent end from Hidalgo. 2 9s and a 10. But he's matched by Munoz. 107 to 99. So that lead now down to 8 points, which is doable in these conditions. But there's 1 end to go, 3 arrows each. Well, the 32-year-old from Colombia was the favourite to win this competition. He's done really well throughout the week. But Hidalgo as well has put in some unbelievable shots. But the conditions in the end, I think, have caught up with Hidalgo. And that miss in the second end was just too much for him to come back from.
10, 10. 9, 9.
So that final arrow is a 7 for Hidalgo. And he gets a 6. Just enough for that victory. 132 to 125. Yes, some of those arrows need confirmation, but there's no doubt who the champion is here. Daniel Munoz of Colombia takes the gold medal. The 32-year-old who has so many international medals to his name already adds a Pan American title to his name.
Bueno, es inmenso porque el Panamericano es un título que todo mundo desea obtener Obviamente se prepara uno mucho para esto y sobre todo que tiene el tinte especial de ser el primer torneo internacional después de tanto tiempo detenidos en competencia por el hecho de la pandemia. Entonces muy contento y muy feliz pues, de este resultado.
So congratulations to our 3 medal winners. Antonio Hidalgo of Mexico, of course, taking the silver and splitting that Colombian domination that we saw earlier on in the women's. Daniel Munoz, though, is our Pan American champion for the second time in his career, and congratulations to him. What an event we've enjoyed in Monterrey. We've seen glory for Colombians Nora Valdez and Daniel Munoz, and most importantly, a return to some kind of normality for competitive archery. Attention now turns to the Hyundai Archery World Cup, and make sure you join us for the first stage in Guatemala City in April.